Hey everyone, it's me again. I thought I'd give you another life update. Sorry, I have some stuff on my teeth. Um, well, I'm home alone for the rest of the week and possibly longer the weekend. Um, Sarah's dad, they found like a growth in his brain, and so he has to have like surgery. It's all really intense. And so she's gone to stay with her parents, blah, blah, blah. Um, so yeah, maybe we'll get to do some Skyping. Um, my life. Um, well, last week I hosted my retreat for work here, and that was really lovely. Um, Basically, just everyone came over and we all just hung out and I did some work stuff, but not really because like our last retreat was really fucking intense. And so people like wanted a chill retreat, so we had one. Like the first day we were all like drinking and smoking pot by 4, and the second day we were all drinking and smoking pot by noon. Um we also had a new staff person, like a new member to our team, and like he's 24, but he's like all kinds of a baby and like I don't know, I hope he just doesn't like get mad at us and turn us in or something. Um, but it was really fun, except for my fucking coworker Bonsai, who I may or may not have made quit in the last couple of days. But so we have this appreciation circle, right? Because we've like all been through a lot, and we've all like hated each other at one point or another. But mostly everyone's hated Bonsai, just because he's like been a total drama queen, and like has just been like doing all this shit, and then like letting it fall through because he has like burnt himself out like time and time and time again. And so like he'll be like, "Oh, I'm going to start a youth theater company." And like start the process of that and tell young people that they're going to be like directors and like actors and like blah blah blah. They're going to get paid and all this shit. And he's like, "Oh my god, this is so much work. I'm actually realizing how much fucking work it is to start a theater company." I'm gonna like bails out or something, and like disappoints all these young people, and then like says that he's burnt out, and then takes like 40 days off, and then like comes back and is like, "Okay, this time for my self-care, what I'm gonna do is like, I don't know, start a fucking build a ship or something." I don't fucking know, whatever. I'm crazy. um so then when Stephanie was hired, um we were all like, "Okay, like this is not over. This transition isn't over, blah, 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 blah." And then when Freddie got hired, our other coworker, Cindy, quit. And Bonsai and Cindy were really close. And so, like, the following week, like, Cindy gave us a day's notice. And the following week, Bonsai didn't speak to anyone. And then the week after that, he, like, briefly spoke to people. And then he went on to tell Freddie that, like, and you always know Freddie, like, wonderful, wonderful person. Like, especially since Gabriel left, like, is my, like, new bestie. Um, like, whatever. Yeah, Freddie was promoted, and Bonsai, like, went to Freddie during that, like, really shitty time. Like, right after Freddie got hired, was like, um, I feel like you are not like smart enough to be my supervisor because you don't have an MSW and I'm in school to get an MSW. And so he's just been a total asshole. So like at the retreat we had this appreciation circle. We were all going around and like saying things that we appreciated about other people. Like really, really intense. Also we all really needed it. And he fucking um passed. Like everyone else had gone. He was like, you know what, I pass. And I was just like, that little motherfucker. And I like tried to let it go and tried to let it go. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to let this go. Like, it's not that I needed something in return from that appreciation circle, but I needed and still need to know if like Bonsai gives a fuck about me. Um, and so on Monday, I was like, Bonsai, can I talk to you after drop-in? So I was like, listen, like, this is how it made me feel, blah, 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 blah. And he went on and on to say about, like, how he was really going through it, and, like, blah, 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 as fucking usual. And I was like, yeah, Bonsai, we're all fucking going through it. And, like, I hear that, and, like, I forgive you. Like, I do. But a part of, like, harm reduction and me meeting you where you're at is, like, you taking accountability for, like, what you did and how it made me feel. Um, and he's just like, and then he was like, get out of my office, essentially. Like, and I was like, fuck you, fine. Then the next day, he sent Freddie an email and was just like, today and tomorrow will be personal days. And so again, Mom's eye, not telling people that he's going to take some time off until the day fucking of. I don't know, whatever. I'm really pissed about it. He's been threatening to quit for like the last month and a half. I heard from a little birdie that like the next time that he threatens, like Lara or Stephanie or Freddie is just gonna be like, okay, so let's start working on like a transition plan for you to be out of here. And I'm like, crossing my fingers because I am over Bonsai. Moving on. After that, I had a wonderful date with Greer's dad, who got to be my dad for an evening. And at first it was a little awkward, but I kind of like knew everything that was going to happen. Like I knew Miles was going to talk about his therapy and Greer. And so I was like totally prepared for both of those things. And it went really well. I loved it. I hope we do it again. I'm trying to find like a play to take Miles to, but I don't want it to just be like a sort of like whatever play. Like I want it to like break his brain a little bit and then like talk to him about it after. And then excuse me. And then this week happened. I had a really lovely weekend with Sarah. I just want to say, like, we've really been going through a lot right now with like the move and her dad. She also had this like allergic reaction / panic attack a little while back. That was like, whatever. And Greer, I think I was telling you about how like things were a little rough. But we had a really lovely weekend. Like Saturday, we just stayed in and like drank a bottle of wine and ate some cheese and like watched Noah's Ark. Um, and then on Sunday, we like had a really lovely brunch and then we like went to the farmer's market and like got some veggies and then just like laid in the park and then we like came home and painted. It was like a really super lovely weekend. I made a really good dinner on Sunday night. And so Monday I went to that sheer collective thing and it was so good. And I was like trying to not take up a lot of space and there was like only like this like one chunk of their vision statement that I like wanted to like really analyze because it's their like so they have like 7 points of I can't remember if it's saying like I think it's like the 7 points of like how they're choosing to define sex positive. Yeah, so and I just feel like in vision statements like in general in movements like your points like your like bulleted list or like your this basic thing where you like use layman's terms and like describe actions, like I feel like those are really 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 important, right? um and so I was just like talking about those for a little while. And everyone was like, oh my God, like, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, but I don't want to take up a lot of space. Like, this is the only thing I want to talk about. And everyone was like, Megan, tell us more. Tell us more. Um, and I just like didn't really have that much else to say because like we were just talking about a couple documents. And so I was just like, oh, this word here, blah, blah, blah. Um, but it was really interesting to be in a room of like so many people who are doing like the like very similar work, but like find themselves like doing this thing over and over and over again where they're like supplementing shit that they have to do, like there's like this thing that they have to do, be it like to like present this very specific curriculum or whatever, and then like they're always like supplementing it with consent, right? Or supplementing it with sex positivity or like whatever. And so it was nice to be in a room of like just like hearing that other people like do this and they're like, fuck yeah, like we're finally getting some stuff written down. Oh my God, I can't believe I've been going for 11 minutes. Um, no, I don't know. That was Monday. Tuesday, last night I went over to Megan and Whitney's house and with Heron and Selma, and we watched The Craft and like took notes for a Halloween outfit, and it was super cute. Um, um, I'm sorry, I saw a camera here. Uh, uh No, whatever. So yeah, that's that. Lane is on her way over here, which I'm super excited about. I haven't seen her since my graduation. So I'm excited for her to like see my adult self and like blah blah blah. And yeah, I think it's gonna be really good. And she's gonna spend the night tonight since Sarah's gone. And tomorrow I'm gonna hang out with with my friend Shakira, who I hung out with in New York, who moved here. And hopefully talk to Ro. Text me, call me, blow me up later, like late at night. Um, I think that's it. Well, I love you all so much. I think that you guys should make video updates for me to watch. Um, yeah, I love you. I love you. I love you. Bye, boys.